All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome to Sunday Night Charts with Jim of All Trades. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're well. My name's Jim. I'm a crypto trader, and I'm here to help you understand the market through an Elliott wave theory standpoint. Guys, we're going to look at the wave structure, guys, and count the 5s and 3s and see what the chart might be doing. Don't forget, guys, don't confuse any of this for financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, just showing you what I see on a chart every Sunday night. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We meet here every Sunday night. Got the old crowd here. Keith is in the house. What's up, buddy? How you doing, man? JQ, I'm glad you're watching live tonight. I'll see if I can give you some good analysis. Glad you're here, bud. Daniel, how are you, sir? I'm well. And Between the Aisles, love that name, by the way. Love the name. I think it's cool. How are you? All right, guys. Well, I said hi to everybody that said hi to me. Don't want to ignore you guys. Appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Let's jump into the analysis and see what the chart's doing. I don't know. Been working hard lately. Been trading a ton. Just having fantastic time trading. Getting ready to go full-time trading as far as I'm concerned in the middle of September. But I'm wrapping up some things in Michigan here, finishing up my business and closing it down. And anyway, got some stuff to do. I got to go help my dad in Virginia. So anyway, got some stuff. I got to play the state amateur championships for disc golf. I got to do that. That's going to be a blast. That's on Labor Day weekend. I'll be playing in the Michigan State Amateur Championships. So yeah, I got a lot going on. So I'm glad you guys are here, though, and hey, thanks for the well wishes on the luck, JQ. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm actually we're moving back to Missouri, man. We'll be there. I mean, my family's already there, back in Maryville, and I'll be back. I'll be back in Missouri middle of September. Once I'm back, I'll be full-time trading. So, all right. Well, let's jump in. Guys, I might be making more videos if I go full-time, or I might just back off and keep what I'm doing and just trade, not share any of my knowledge too much, just kind of chill and do it. YouTube is I'll tell you what, YouTube is a grind, man. And when I used to do it every day, oh, man, it was hard. I didn't have a life. But love you guys. I'm glad you're here. I don't want to discourage or disappoint you guys. You guys make it worth it and make it fun for me to do it. So, all right. I've said hello and told you about my life a little bit. There you go. Let's jump into the Bitcoin analysis. All right. So let me just start out with the title. There's a bear structure that you at least need to watch out for. It's possible. Whenever I point out a structure, I'm always pointing out a possibility of a structure. I'm not saying, hey, this is certain. But what I am saying is that I see something that I've seen before, and it's a bearish structure. So let's look at it and see what we're looking at here. Well, what we're looking at here is a running flat or an expanded flat. Don't know which. I haven't taken time to teach what a flat is in a while, but there's 3 flats. A flat is a wave structure, is a common wave pattern that you see. It's Elliott wave theory identifies flats, and that's one of the most common structures in the market. I trade flats all the time. It's a lovely structure to trade. Basically, it's a 3-wave move, okay, where the B wave generally will retrace at least 100%, minimum 100% of the origin of A, or B will go and take out the low of the origin of A. So you got usually with an ABC, you're looking for something like this, right? ABC, just a 3-wave move. And the B wave should retrace a little bit of A and then go up, and C should be longer than A. And that's a common zigzag pattern. Well, a flat, the B wave comes down and takes out the origin of A, makes you believe that makes you believe you are going down, and then it shoots up really fast in a 5-wave move, a fast impulse. And then takes, any traders that went short here on the breakout got stuck there. So anyway, yeah. So that's what a flat does in the market. Okay. Now what I've drawn here what I've drawn here is an expanded flat. There's also a regular flat where, like that, where the B wave comes down 90 to minimum of 90% of the A, like that. That's a regular flat. This is an expanded flat where the B wave overtakes the origin of A and the C wave overtakes the end of A. And then you got a running flat where you have B overtakes the origin of A, and then C does not overtake. So these are three versions of a flat. They're all the same. And so what you'll notice here is on the chart, you have 3 waves to the upside, 3 waves to the downside, and 5 waves, very quick. Notice you had a break of structure. You had a break of structure here, boom, right there, and you had a break and then shot back up, okay? And in our Discord, we were looking at that. We talked about that in the morning videos, is that was a likely play. Well, now it's formed, okay? So either it's going to continue up a little bit, all right, and overtake the end of the A wave, and that would be an expanded flat. Then we'd be looking for our downward wave like that. So that's the minimum what we'd be looking for. Or it's done now, okay? If it's done now, which one of these is it, guys? Is it expanded? Is it a regular flat or a running flat? Let's see who is listening to the course, to the lesson, and Andrew Vegas. That's a great way to. That's not a great way. How should I say it? That's not a great way to enter into a chat. You can start with a hello, hey man, how's it going? But just to jump into a chat and say, hey, you're wrong. That's just not a good way to win friends and get on my side at all. I don't mind being wrong, and it's okay. I just don't appreciate the tact, man. Try something different. Okay. Anyway, if you were listening, that's there you go, Sean. You got it. It's a running flat if it stops here. If it doesn't stop here and it continues up, it'll be an expanded flat. Okay. All right, so that's the bearish structure that the title mentions, and so let's look at another place where that happened. Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate it, man. Awesome. Right here is a great place. Okay, right there, that is a flat that took out the top. Okay, then you had an initial wave, and then here's the interesting thing. Right here, you got boom, boom, and then boom, and that's a running flat. We did not overtake the origin of or the end of A, so that means it was finished. It was done right here. It came down, pulled back, and then gone. Boom. All right, so that's kind of something I'm watching here now in this current state of affairs, where Bitcoin is kind of making the same thing. Now, will the chart do the same thing twice? Probably not. Probably going to do something different. They'll rhyme, or it's just designed to look like the last one, and it's going to shoot up, right? It's going to shoot up and just go fly to the moon. It might, for sure. So anyway, with that said, that's what I'm watching. I'm interested in that. In the next day or so, we should have a resolution to that. Okay, you'll notice here the first move off the top is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least that looks like a 5-wave move. It might be a trashy 3-wave, but it looks like a 5. And then we're in the middle of a 3-wave move. I don't think it's finished. I think it's got more to go. Potentially, because I think it doesn't mean it's going to play, but a 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, and then 5, or maybe 4. 3 was right here. 4 and 5 is finished, or we're going up for a 5th wave now. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know the answer to whether it's finished or not. I can't say. But here's what I do. when I'm tracking a wave. I think the first thing we should pay attention to are progressive trend lines. Okay, so there's a trend line you should pay attention to. If that breaks to the downside, that's going to be a bearish indicator. Okay, if this one breaks here, that's going to be another bearish indicator. Okay, those are two important trend lines, and they're relatively close, and we're threatening a break of those trend lines now. We already have a break of this guy right here and a break. Oh, sorry, we had a break and sorry. Golly, there we go. It break and it came back in, so that break is invalid anymore. But that was a break of structure for sure. But this looks very, very much like a flat, and looking for a potential reversal here. XRP, which I'm trading personally, is showing some signs of weakness here, at least. Come on, there we go. Hard to know if this is the top or if it's going to pop up and make a big wave. Probably will. They're putting a wick on this particular. We just broke in XRP. We just broke this this high right there, and currently trading, back testing the breakout at the moment. So I've been expecting XRP to maybe pop up here, and let's take out this high. This looks very much like three waves. It just depends on, and right now that looks like three waves, but this could turn out to be three waves as well, and we could turn over and get another downward move just as easy. So is this going to hold as a three-wave move, and this go up and take the high? I mean, that's certainly what it looks like it wants to do. Looks like it could do. But, who's to say, right? I'm watching the 1 minute here because I got a really good trade going, and I don't want the market to come back and take it all back, because it really could. It's already taken a good little portion of it back. I hate that when that happens. Don't you hate that, guys, when the market takes it back? But it does. Let's see. I'm just taking a little sip of drink here, guys. Sorry. Now you're talking, Andrew. Now you can say, I think you're wrong. Go ahead. Say it. Thanks for that, bud. Yeah, all I'm doing here tonight, I'm going to tell you what I think, but I'm just analyzing Elliott wave. I'm just analyzing wave structure in front of you guys is all I'm doing. So, I could be wrong on the macro. Sure. I might be right, and you might be wrong. You might be wrong that I'm wrong. It's just they're just kind of hitting the high, because the macro could totally be finished, and it's just making an expanded flat on the macro scale. So, I know you believe you're right, and that's fine. Everybody believes they're right, but at the end of the day, I know I could be wrong, and often am. But you know what? I've got a pretty good track record of being right around tops. And, again, this last one, was not, did not top here. I knew it was possible. It was potential, but did not top there. So, but we went up and hit the last move. This looks very much like a five-wave move. You got a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Are we going to finish this thing? I think we're finished. I think it's really possibly done, and we're actually forming a 1 and a 2 to the downside. Now we're going to get some kind of impulse down. So I think I think there's real possibility there's 5 waves. Hey, what you got to know, Andrew, and thanks for that. Appreciate that. What you got to know, everybody's got to know, is that all I'm here doing is talking about ideas and trying to analyze wave structure and apply Elliott wave for you. You may not know Elliott wave theory like I know it, and maybe you just want the Elliott wave count of it, and that's what I'm here providing for you. I might tell you what I think might happen based on that analysis, but at the end of the day, trading how I trade and Elliott wave theory are two different things. I apply Elliott wave theory in my trading, but I don't trade blindly particular accounts. I go long and short every day. I'm taking longs and shorts every day, and I trade on the 1 minute. I'm a scalper. I'm in and out of the market. So too big to be a fifth. No, not an expanding, not for an expanding wave. No, not at all. The fifth wave is often bigger. So, for instance, if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, so that's an expanding wave. That's an expanding wave. It's an expanding initial wave followed by 3 waves down. Right. That's kind of what I'm expecting. Something like that. First wave probably down to 50K. Well, maybe not 50K. Maybe let's go to 70K first and have a nice big bump, and then come back up, retest, and then come back down. And then what happens after that is anybody's guess. You could get a dead cat and then another one. It could be, years of down, and everybody believes, and there's some FUD around, and blah blah blah, and then Bitcoin just goes to the moon. My Elliott crypto prophecies. That's hilarious, man. That's so funny. Okay. Yeah, Thoth, you're right. We couldn't get it. We could get an extended fifth, and a throw over for sure. Like, in fact, we're getting the throw over now, right? So we're getting a throw over. My top, what if my 4 is really wave 2? No, that's a good question. And what if my 4 is wave 2? So you're saying here that's 5. And that's wave 2, like that, something like that. And now we're in a wave 3. The problem with that is that you don't have, you've got a problem with this right here, 1, 2. Okay, so you got to say 3, 4, 5, like that. Okay, so in other words, you don't have a 5 wave count. You actually have 5 waves in that wave. So you don't have 6 waves to support what you're talking about, because what you're saying is you're saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're saying some kind of 5 wave move like that, and now we got wave 2 down, and so that's a 1. That's 1, and that's 2. The problem you're going to have with that count is that you have a 1, 2, 1, 2 on your screen, and you didn't get a 4, 5, 4, 5. So I personally, I have looked at that and considered that, and personally said, nah, I don't think so. That doesn't mean applying Elliott. I don't think you can support that concept, Andrew. But for me, this is an expander, expanded 5-wave move. It should be followed by a 3-wave. A lot of time expanded moves like this, expanded waves like this don't come down like super deep. They come down shallow. So that could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you get a shallow retrace, boom, to 50K, and then onto the moon. Yeah, that's normal, Andrew. For a fifth to bust through the 1618, no problem there. So, don't have any problems with that, because that's a normal thing to do. On expanded waves, especially getting a throw over here on the trend line. So you got a trend line there, and we're getting a throw over. Boom. So a throw over, there's a famous throw over here. I remember it. Let me replay it. I'll show you. It was right before the COVID dump. Mark, there is room for more upside. That doesn't mean it's going to play. There's certainly room for more upside on the RSI. Yep. So I don't disagree with you, bro. But you can't speak definitively. I know you have a really strong bullish outlook, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But you gotta be ready to be wrong. So I would prefer your language to be a little bit more. Here's what I think. Not this is what's going to happen. You know what I mean? So I'm always trying to encourage people to be that way. All in love, my brother. All in love. So this was right before the COVID dump here, and we had a nice nice little trend line rocking here. It's not the greatest trend line, really. But you kind of had this little throw over, boom, boom, and then shot down, right? So you kind of got the throw over, and that's that's the kind of move I think is happening on the macro here. Now that's not a great example of an like a how do I say it? I do remember another one. Let's see. Wait a minute. It was after the COVID dump on the way up. James Hughes, I like the idea. I think that's super viable. Yeah, not bad at all. I like it too, Andrew. I just hate it when people say, no, you're wrong and I'm right. I mean, I could be wrong and you could be right. We could both be wrong. So that's all I'm advocating for, guys, is a low opinion of your opinion. You got to understand that nobody knows where the market's going. All we're doing is looking at the waves and making arguments for how are we gonna analyze these waves and apply Elliott wave theory to this market carefully, right? So the way I'm counting this last wave is some kind of 1-2 down here, right? Now I still think this is possibly 3, 4, and 5, which makes this thing nasty, real nasty. But this could still be A, B, and C right there. And this could be A, B, C. And that means we have a macro expanded flat that's getting ready to come down hard. Let me just take a peek here at because we're getting a bit of a dump here. I say a dump, a bit of a move. I'm watching on my phone. I want to see what this is doing here. It's a pretty strong move. Give me a second, guys. I gotta decide if I'm gonna take profit or not. I had higher targets, but the market might have something else in mind here. This is a nasty little wave structure here. Nasty little wave structure. What's ETH doing? I just don't think it's done. I think we got more upside on this wave. It's just that didn't look like a finishing wave, does it, guys? I mean, we could come down and still go up. Kevin Jones, what do you mean crazy work on the market makers? What do you mean? Mark, let's check out the RSI for a minute. What do you think, Mark? Black Swan. What do you guys think the Black Swan's going to be? Yeah, I kind of think August is going to be bearish. Yeah, there's a lot of Monday pumps for sure, Kevin. No doubt. Well, what do you guys think a Black Swan might be? I think it could have something to do with Tether. Maybe some kind of stable. Maybe something happens with the stablecoin legislation and it affects Tether in some way. No, I think there's a good chance BTC dumps in August or starts dumping. I started out with this structure. This is what I'm watching right here, guys. So on the small time frame, okay, on the 4 hour, right there. That's what I'm watching. So this is the wave that I want to see develop and finish. Okay, so Satoshi is in the Epstein files. That's hilarious. Oh, come on. There we go. So on the 1 hour chart, you're going to really want to watch this. You're going to want to watch that trend line right there. This just doesn't look finished to me. It could be, but it just doesn't give me the vibes of a finished wave. I think it's got some more in the tank. Doesn't mean I'm right. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Mark. I think something with that crypto bill is going to cause problems with maybe some stable coins, maybe Tether or something like that. Though, to be honest with you, I think Tether holds a bunch of U.S. treasuries, so there. Exactly, Mark. Exactly. Agreed. All right, so let's look at Bitcoin's RSI in the 4 hour chart. Start with 4 hour, go up to the daily. Yeah, so the 4 hour, there's definitely room for more upside for sure, and there's not a whole lot of indication from divergence or anything. Let's look at the previous flat that we had. So Mark, here's an example where the 4 hour right there had plenty of room on the RSI on that move up. There's plenty of room for more upside, but it rolled over and broke structure. So on this 4-hour chart here, while there's a little bit more room, you'll notice that we could totally break structure there. If this is going to be a running wave, which remains to be seen. We're going to see how this 4-hour candle closes and how the next 4 hours. So the next 12 to 24 hours are going to be important on what the market's going to do here. So this is what I'm watching carefully. This structure. Is this going to come up here and take it out, or are we done? I cannot stand waves like this. I'll tell you what. It's why I'm in and out of the market normally, guys, because the market always comes back. It always comes back. I mean, it goes straight up and then comes all the way back, So you're holding for higher targets, and it just comes and takes you out. Kind of a bummer, man. I haven't been taken out completely. I've still got 80%, but man, I was up 300% a little bit ago, and I didn't take my stinking profit. I broke my rules, guys, because I normally just get in and out. I don't hold long trades. In fact, if I've been holding I've been thinking we were going to get a Sunday spike today. I really did, and it just Sunday chop is what we got. Up, down, up, down, up, down. It's been miserable holding. Let's just say it that way. It would have been awesome if I traded this the way I normally trade, where when they go up and straight up and they start fizzling, I get out, and I usually short the rebound as well, and I'll trade it up and down, up and down. I would have made $1,000 in here easy, just scalping this crap. Instead I was holding for a 10% move to the upside to about 340, 360 in XRP. So yeah, anyway, it may still come, but they may come and take out this little low first, and then all of a sudden you just get a Monday pump. That's a pretty common play that XRP does. It'll come and it'll create a range here, come and take it out, and then come and take out the low, and then go. Kind of a common play XRP does. What's Bitcoin doing here? No, I moved my family back, but I haven't. I'm still in Michigan finishing up my business. I have a couple remodels I'm finishing up, and then I'll be done. I'm gonna go help my dad with something in Virginia for a couple weeks, and then after I play the state AMs championships and disc golf, And then once I do that, go help my dad, then I'll be back in Missouri in September. I'm just looking at this wave for a minute, guys. Give me a second. I don't like it, but it feels stop huntish. They've come straight down. They should retest the top. Hopefully we get a spike here. That's what I would love. I would love a finishing spike, a liquidation spike. It may not come until the morning, or it may happen tonight, and then I don't know. We'll see. Let's do a little work on the 15-minute here on this wave. See if we got. Do we have? I mean, there's an argument for a finished 5-wave count here. There's an argument there, right? So we're looking. So let's count this flat, guys. So the count for a flat is a 335. Okay. So let's do a little work on the count. First off, you've got some kind of 535 right there, ABC, truncated C, but it works. Then you've got, let's see, how are we going to count this? We're going to go, sorry. A, we got a flat B, C, there's an ABC. ABC, ABC, there it is. So I mean, you got it. You got what you need right there. Let's see, where is it? So we got boom, boom, boom. Okay. Oh, no, not that. Everything's blue. Why is everything blue? Let's get it white. There we go. All right, so there's your middle connector. Okay, so we got three. We got three. Boom. We got three. Now we need five. It just doesn't look finished. But it could be. Could be. It looks like we just topped out with wave 3. So we got a nice big 1, 2. This is a 4 of some kind, but it's a small degree. But you could argue that that's wave 3, 4, and 5. You could argue that, right? So that could be a finished count, guys. That could be finished. I mean, and this might be beginning an impulse to the downside. If this breaks, that'll be interesting to watch. And then you could argue, because how big the wave 1 is, that this is 1, 2, and this is 3. We're moving into 4, and we'll get 5. I don't know, guys. I think there's a good chance it's finished. You got a 5-wave count right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is ugly. Is that a 1-2-1-2? So either this is some kind of a 3-wave, boom, or that's wave 1. It's wave 2, wave 1, wave 2. So that's the bearish look that we're finished, and if this thing breaks this trend line, that's bad news. If we find support here, okay, then this is some kind of ABC, and we could be going up for more. What's Ethereum look like to you guys? The Ethereum doesn't look finished. If anything doesn't look finished, Ethereum definitely doesn't. Excuse me. Yeah. All right. So sorry, guys. I'm trading and doing live at the same time. I'm just trying to figure this wave out, but can't always figure it out. 4 hour, let's see, candle. We still got 2 hours left on it. So that right now is looking, kind of reversally, but that could easily turn green again and go back and hit the top. So. See, just looking at this wave structure right here on XRP, it doesn't look finished either, right? This looks very big, and this is not proportional. So I would guess there's more upside coming probably tonight into tomorrow, more than likely. But we might get corrective between now and London. It might be correcting or just chopping for a bit, but it's probably going to go up and go higher, I would imagine. Just looking at XRP and Ethereum, both of them need more upside, in my opinion. Just the wave structure doesn't give the appearance of finished. So, excuse me. We don't have the finished look yet. So I think there's more upside coming on the small time frame. So guys, I think that's kind of where we are as far as Bitcoin is concerned. It's a real simple dichotomy here. is this finished? Sorry, not that. Is this C wave finished or not? That's the question. If it's not finished, then it's going to come up and expand here, 120, 121 area, right? But if it's done, then we should see a break to the downside, break at this trend line to the downside, a retest, and some continuation down. Okay, so we're looking, that's the bearish structure I'm looking at. So we could pump up here and then come down, or we could come down now. And at the end of the day, if this is not a flat, which I don't think, man, it looks so much like a flat. If that's not a flat, then we're looking at some kind of three wave. It's a WXY to here, and then this is just pumping up to for the next wave. So that's kind of it. That's where we are. So if that's a flat, look for down. At least be aware that that's a strong possibility. When will ETH go 10K? Good question. Let's do a little work on Ethereum. So, number one, I'm very bullish on Ethereum. I'm very bullish. However, so on a fundamentals standpoint, I would say Ethereum is a good bet for future investment. Okay. We know that DeFi is the new banking system, and so many different projects run on DeFi, and that seems to be the adoption. The adoption of the big boys are going Ethereum. Okay, so I'm a very strong believer in Ethereum. Now, is Ethereum ready to rock? It could be. This might be rocking to the upside here. Okay. The only thing you have to pay attention to and watch out for is that if this is some kind of three-wave move. If that's three waves, then we're looking at a flat here, three waves, and we could get 5 waves back down. I don't think that doesn't look like a common standard flat. So I don't think that's a likely count. I think what's more likely is that this is a 5-wave move where you got 1, 2, 3, 4 with an extended 5th wave. Okay. I know it looks like, the beginning of something, but what you could see here is a 3-wave pullback here that retests, and it could kick longer for that, but 3 waves. And then you're going to see Ethereum really taking off in 2026 and such. So we might get some bearishness here over the next half a year here, even though even though it's gone straight up here, it's probably going to retest this wave, and that's going to be like a 1-2, and then we're going. So then we're looking at this as a big 1-2 right there to the upside. Then you're looking at this as, okay, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go, Andrew Vegas. That it works on Ethereum. Okay. Then you got a 3-wave pullback. And then, so this is a 1, 2, 1, 2. Now you got another 1, 2. You get another 3-wave pullback, and let's go. Okay. So that's kind of my take on Ethereum. Is this wave finished? Let's do a little work on the small time frame, on the 4-hour. So my take on this wave is that either this is 3 waves and it's really bearish. So if this is 3 waves, okay, then we're finishing up here and down deep, okay? But if it's 5, if we're going to count this as 5, we're going to go 1, 2, We're going to go 3, 4, and then we're going to call this 5, okay? Now, looking at the fifth wave, it's an extended wave, and you can count 5 waves here as well, which is interesting. But you can go right here. You got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom, boom. And now we're waiting for the fifth wave to finish. Okay? So this could be an ending diag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we get a pullback tonight into tomorrow morning or tomorrow, and then some kind of pump the next, towards the end of the week or whatever, right? But this is finishing something. Okay, so there's an argument here that says Ethereum's finished a 5-wave move, and this is the initial stage. And then now we're getting ready for some kind of multi-month bearishness here, but it's not going to be as bearish as Bitcoin might get. Bitcoin, see, I think the ETH BTC chart tells the story. Okay, let's just take a peek at ETH BTC for a moment, because looking at ETH BTC, ETH is about to fly against, let's go to the weekly chart. It's already started, okay? It's about to fly. Where is this chart going? This is clearly a 3-wave move. This is coming up here. So ETH is about to start busting tail against Bitcoin. So this is ETH against BTC. So the comparative price is going to begin to accelerate with Ethereum against BTC. In other words, you're going to see greater percentage gains with Ethereum more than you will with Bitcoin, more than likely. So I think this chart is pointing to some massive movement of Ethereum against BTC, which it could be setting the stage for a really big deal. Like Ethereum starts really going beyond $10,000. So anyway, I'm very bullish on Ethereum. I really am. This is if again, not financial advice, but I think Ethereum, an investment in Ethereum could be generational wealth building coming up on the next move, the next move to the upside. Now, here's what could happen. We could see this could come down and take that low one more time, before Ethereum starts going. So this may not be the breakout. This could be a 3-wave move, which we hit the low one more time. That's in the cards. It's possible, right? But we've already broken out on the RSI, so that's something important on the weekly. However, if we come down, boom, and this comes down, what it's going to create is divergence on the weekly. Okay. So we see some bearishness right now for the next 6 months or something, where Ethereum kind of loses ground against BTC, but we're going to see a rebound, okay? And Ethereum over the next 5 years is going to really start, 5 to 10 years is going to really start cranking, and you're going to see better gains against BTC with Ethereum. So there's my take on Ethereum. Take it or leave it yourself. What have you guys thinking about Ethereum? What do you think about that analysis? I'm curious to know how that hits you. Okay. Interesting, guys. Interesting wave structure here. Could that be a flat? Okay, so here's a way to count this. I'm going back to BTC small time frame. What if this is some kind of a flat where you got 3, 3, and this is 5 right there, and that 5 is a diag. So that puts us going up higher. If that's correct, and that could be the wave 4. That could be the 4th wave of the entire move, and then we're gonna getting ready to get the 5th wave. So in other words, this could be 1, 2. This is 3. That flat that I just drew is 4, and then we get 5. So not a bad idea there. Not a bad concept there. You have, if you'll notice, just clear that a little bit. You'll notice the hidden bullish divergence on the chart. Let's go to the 1 hour. Well, let's see, 30 minute. You might see, I guess 15 minute. I mean, it's really, no, never mind. There's some hidden bull, but it's not strong. So I think the summary for the analysis here is that this is more than likely a flat. We either are finished and we're getting ready to break down, which means, you know, we're going to do some chopping around. It's not going to go straight down. It's going to take days to develop. Okay. But either that or this was a wave 4. We're getting ready to come up for a wave 5, and this hasn't finished yet. Okay. We're going to make an expanded flat. And then the final take is that neither of those things are true. This is some kind of trashy 3-wave move that ended here, and this is some kind of impulse that's going up to the upside. Now, it doesn't mean it's going straight up. This could totally be 5 waves. You get a 3-wave pullback, and then this continues. Okay, so if there are many ways to interpret that. So looking at all the charts correlating here, you know what's happening with XRP here. You know what's going on. This looks like it's either 3 waves, which is going to come and retest that breakout right there, or this is going to come up and hit the high and just start gaining some ground here soon and hit the high. And this could be some kind of a wave 4. This could be some kind of a wave 5. And you can see the wave structure there. Okay. So is this move a reversal? Because you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 waves there. Is this the beginning of some bigger, larger move down? Because this could be a 1, 2, 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a 3-wave pullback, right? So what's going to develop here is the question. I mean, when you step back and you look at the daily, this has a very 3-wave-ish impression. Okay, this hit the high. I would love to see this, a new high made with divergence created. That'll be, look for a short after that. Unless, and here's the bearish look at XRP. Okay. If this is some kind of big ABC, A, there's B, and now we're beginning a C wave to the downside, just like Bitcoin has begun that C wave to the downside slowly, but it could be there. All right, so yeah, watch out for that move because remember whenever XRP goes straight up like that, it generally will fill that whole thing. It'll retake that. So this might still be coming down here, okay, to take these lows. That would be a crappy move for sure, especially since they popped the high here. So watch out, but just watch out for something like that. That could be an ABC. Which would correlate with Bitcoin's macro ABC that we're looking at as well, right? So zoom out to the macro here just for a moment. It's possible we're looking at A, and this is B, okay? And now we're beginning a C wave to the downside. That this is about to pick up steam. That we have a 1-2, and it's potentially done here, guys. It's potentially done. In other words, this running flat is potentially finished. That we're not getting more upside. That's it, right there. There it is. And this could be the beginning of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some kind of move down, initial wave. You get a pullback, and then we're going to continue down. Okay. And that C wave could come all the way down to 50K. And that's a three-way pullback. That could be all the pullback you get before Bitcoin just goes to the moon. Okay? So that way, what that would do is precipitate XRP, for instance. If we get that kind of a move, you get this move in XRP, and then after that, that's when we go to the moon. Okay, that's when we start moving up. That this was a three-wave correction, but this was like a wave one of sorts. Okay, and we get a deep two, and then we start pumping up the jams. Remember, I know everybody's looking for the market to go up, and everybody's looking for 200K, 300K, whatever. And the market goes where you expect it to go. So I think Bitcoin's going to 200K. I do. But it's not going to go how you think it's going to go, right? So the market often goes where you think it's going to go, just not in the way that you expect it. It'll hit levels first with lots of liquidity grabs in the process. And so I just want to warn you guys about this big bearish dump that could be coming imminently in the next several weeks. It could be beginning tonight into tomorrow, okay? Especially if Bitcoin is finished. If this wave is finished, I can't be certain of that, but I've offered you a count that says, hey, there's a good chance this is done right there, or this has to finish, and we're gonna get another high. And we could take out that high there, but we don't have to take that high out. We might stay short of it, and this comes down. So I don't know, guys. I don't know the answer, but I love my analysis. I love what I've done here tonight as far as present to you what the wave structure is doing. I think you guys would be wise to at least consider it. Don't dismiss it too outright, and just make sure you have a plan. What's your plan? What's the wave structure looking like to you? And what's your plan on trading it? Okay. In other words, if it starts dumping, when are you going to just hold it to 50K and then let it bounce? And that might be your plan. At least you'll have a plan. Your mind will be, okay, I have the plan. But what happens if, God forbid, it goes below 50? And, I wouldn't be selling at 50, guys. I would be looking to buy at 50. Even if it looks like it's going to make another hit to the low, it's going to make you think it's going to keep going and going, and it's never going to stop. The way that if the wave goes down, it's going to make you think it's never going to stop, but it will. So please don't sell at 50, okay? If it gets down there and you're like, oh crap, I should have listened to Jim, or I should have done it, and I should have, don't sell there, okay? Let it rebound. It'll hit 100K again, at least 80 or 90K, on a rebound for sure. It could start mooning from 50. So 50K is a buy zone. It's not a sell zone. So make sure. I know Salt and Pepper here. You're ready for more high, and you've been talking about it in the chat, and I appreciate that viewpoint. But have you allowed yourself to shift your mindset and allow yourself to see the bearish outlook here? Have you allowed your mind to say to prepare itself for what could possibly be here in the chart. This wave structure could be screaming at us downside. Okay, so what's your plan if you're wrong? Okay, please have a plan. Plan now while your mind is not in a fear mode, and you're not hope and greed are not making you make bad decisions. Okay, make sure you have your plan now, so that when your mind and emotions get messed up by some potential dump that could be coming, along with a FUD event, some black swan that we don't see coming, make sure you have a plan in place so you can execute that plan regardless of how you're feeling emotionally. Okay, so that's the best trading advice I can give you guys. All right, guys, I mean, that's an hour. I think of good analysis, and I've kind of hit Ethereum. I hit XRP. I think all of that well-rounded analysis will apply to the market in general, the overall market in general. So I'm not. I don't think I'm going to take requests tonight. I think I'll look. I think that's a good, well-rounded look at the market, and I think looking at a bunch of alts would it'll be an I don't know burger. I think everything is looking like we either need to spike the high and reverse, or reverse now. That we've already hit the high and we've gone as high. I think Ethereum is kind of saying, hey, let's go up a little higher. I think XRP kind of gives me that look as well. That doesn't mean it has to go hit the all-time high again, but it could. So it could roll to the upside, or it could just finish out. This could be 3 waves that's finished already. So it's hard to say. I am long in XRP at the moment, but I am really looking to take profit because I don't want this thing to take a dump on me. But Mondays are often the majority of Mondays are pumpy, guys. They're pumpy. So okay, I just want to bid you guys adieu. Good day, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. Hit the likes for me and let YouTube know that you enjoyed the analysis. Thanks everybody for being here on Sunday Night Charts, and those of you that actually look forward to it week after week. It amazes me that you watch weekly. That's what keeps me going. It keeps me keep putting out videos for you. So I love you guys. Thanks again for being with me. Please be aware that we are at a critical moment here. So I hope you guys have a fantastic night and trade well. If you want to be a part of the Discord community, we'd love to have you in there. It's a great community. There's educational. If you need to learn how to trade, there's all kinds of educational videos, as well as a good community of traders in there from all over the world. I offer morning analysis every day, and am available to contact through the Discord through the week if you need some help. All right. I hope you guys have a great night. We'll see you later.